Hello, my name is Todd Branson with the Canadian County 4-H program. I'm going to demonstrate to you Canadian County's Google Classroom. This Google Classroom has been designed for all local club officers and Canadian County 4-H officers. When you become an officer, you'll be invited to join Canadian County's Google Classroom. Once you join the classroom, you will see a screen that is similar to this. This is the main home page or the main stopping point for Canadian County's Leadership Team Resource Hub for Canadian County 4-H officers. On the main stream on this Google Classroom, you'll see what you would typically see on any other Google Classroom you might have been a part of. This is a listing listed by most recent at the top, items that have been added or updated. You're welcome to scroll through here and see all the items and when we did update or edit those items. But what we're going to focus our attention on is the classwork tab up at the top. If you go to classwork, you will see that our class has been separated into 6 different categories. The first, all topics, and then a category for each office position. Under the main topic area, the general area, you will see 2 items. One is the leadership guide. This leadership guide is a great resource for any club officer as well as volunteer leader who would like to learn more about leading their club's members, as well as their officer teams in conducting a meeting and their club work throughout the year. I would also advise that this is a great resource for your 4-Hers if they wish to become a leader, an officer in future years. Also under the General tab is a video, the basics of a 4-H meeting. This video has been produced by another 4-H club and details the proper use of parliamentary procedure as well as how to manage different types of motions. This is a 15-minute video and does an excellent job at detailing how to make a motion, how to discuss a motion, how to amend a motion, and then how to vote on a motion. This video also discusses the proper Robert's Rules of Order in the elements of making a motion. It's a great resource. It's only 15 minutes long, and if you have any questions about where you might be in a particular spot within the motion, I would refer you to this video. This video is great for club meetings as well as to refresh yourself as a club officer. When we look at the first broken out section of our classwork, we have the President's tab. Under the President's section, there are 4 different items. The first item is the President's Handbook. This handbook details what you should do and how you should conduct your business as president of your club. This is a great resource to answer any questions about what a president does do, and it's also a great guide to teach you on what a president does not do. The agenda. The agenda is also located under the President's Guide, under the President's tab in Google Classroom. This downloadable document is a great resource to help you put together your agenda. It puts the agenda together in order of first to last and also gives you some great guidance on how not to be too descriptive and too detailed, how to keep your agenda on task, and other ways that you can modify your agenda that best fits your club's needs. The third item underneath the President's tab that we're going to focus the most time on is an assignment. This is not an assignment to be turned in. Rather, this is a blank shell meeting agenda. When you look at the agenda, you click on it under your Google Classroom ID, you will create a meeting agenda under your Google Classroom ID's username. This is your document. your document to make any edits and changes to, and to keep track of your agendas throughout the year. Once you click on the agenda, it will look something like this. It will have a shell for you to fill in the name of your club, the location of your meeting, the date of your meeting, the time of your meeting. We've went ahead and we've made shell agendas for every month. You may not use them all months. You might modify these to best fit your club's needs, but hopefully this shell will give you a great guide on how to complete your agenda. Once you do your agenda, just like any other Google document, it automatically saves. This automatically save feature is great because you never lose your work, and you'll have historical agendas to refer to when making your next month's agenda. Finally, under the President's tab, you will see Tips on Handling Motions. This is a great downloadable piece to show you as president how to handle different types of motions, how to handle amendments, how to handle votes, and then if you need to table something until the next meeting, the proper way to put something on the table and to take something off the table. Again, these are great resources for you to be the best club president you could possibly be. Vice President. Vice President is mainly responsible for the committees that you have within your club structure. This first item here under the Vice President is a downloadable PDF that discusses committee work, how committees are formed, the proper process for committees to do their work, and how committees should be formed and or dissolved. Dissolved basically meaning the committee's done their job and they no longer need to meet as a committee, so the committee goes away. You, as Vice President, are responsible for all committees. You are responsible as an ex officio member. This means that you do not have a voting role, but you do have the responsibility to discuss what other committees are doing to help this committee make the best decisions possible for the work they have ahead of them. The second item is a homework assignment that you will not turn in. Again, this is a shell guide and a shell document to help you keep track of your committees. This is a great resource for your committee chairpersons as well as you as Vice President to keep track of where the committees are in their business. When you click on the committee worksheet, this will create a blank shell committee worksheet under your Google Classroom user ID. You can use this worksheet to keep track of your committee's progress. Once you open that document, you will see there's a blank spot for the committee name, the purpose of the committee, what is your job, what is the committee supposed to do, who's the chairperson of that committee, and what names of the members of your 4-H club are on that committee. You'll also see down here goals and objectives for that committee. If your committee has an objective to go seek out something and a goal of what they need to find and a due date of when to report back to that committee, this is a great place to keep that on your committee report. You'll notice down at the bottom there are different tabs for committee names. You can come into the committee name and you can rename that committee to reflect the name of that committee. Let's say you have a fundraising committee. You can rename this committee to Fundraising Committee. Up here at the top, you can name it Fundraising Committee. The purpose is to raise funds to support activities for your local club. Who is your fundraising chair? Who has said they would agree to be on that committee? What are the jobs that that committee is currently undertaking, and what help do they might need from you as Vice President to tell other committees about your progress? And this is also a great tool for you to use to report back to the club at your different club meetings throughout the year. The next tab is Secretary and Treasurer. The secretary and the treasurer both have a handbook. These are great tools to help you better understand how to do your job as secretary and as treasurer. What we're going to focus on is the homework assignment that we've assigned to the secretary. Again, do not turn in this homework assignment. This is a shell guide for how to take minutes in your club meeting. When you click on this document, it will use your Google Classroom user ID to make a copy of this document for you to keep minutes each month in your local club. Once you click on it and open it, it will look something like this. You will want to fill this in for each month of your club's meetings. We have went ahead and made a shell for each month. Again, you can make as many edits to this as you need to reflect the minutes of your club meeting. A few important things to point out is that your club meeting will have a name. It will be started by an officer, typically your president. The meeting was called to order by President John Doe on August 1st at 7 p.m. You'll want to fill those blanks in that reflect the accurate time that your meeting started and by who. Your vice president typically leads the membership in the opening ceremonies. Following your opening ceremonies, you might have guests that have come to your meeting. This is a great spot to record those guests. Did you have your local mayor come? A brand new 4-H family come for the first time? Your guest speaker that you will have later on. Those are all great guests to announce and welcome them to your meeting. Make sure you make a note of that in here. If you have no guests, that's great. It's highlighted here because you can highlight this and delete that from your minutes. At the end of your minutes, it will say respectfully submitted. This is a formal way to end your minutes. When you as secretary are done reading your minutes, you will submit them for approval. Respectfully submitted, John Doe. Then you will ask for a motion to accept your minutes. This is a formal way to end your minutes, and it's strongly encouraged so those people know who took those minutes and who submitted them at each meeting. This is helpful if the secretary is unavailable to be there and the vice president has to take the minutes. Then they can be respectfully submitted by the vice president's name on behalf of the secretary's name so that it can be reflected of who took those minutes at that meeting. The Reporter Historian is the next tab on here. There's a planning guide for the reporter. I encourage all reporters to download and read through this helpful document. This document will give you some guidance on how to do your best job, what pictures to take, what things to report on, what things to record throughout the year. We've gone ahead and made your job easy this year and more fun by creating a county-wide reporters team in Canva. We would like for all of our reporters and any officer for that matter to sign up to Canva. If you've already signed up to Canva and you have an account, click here anyway, and this will add you to Canadian County's reporter team. Once you get to the reporters team and you log into Canva, you will see this for the first time. On the left-hand side, you'll be a part of a team called the Canadian County 4-H Reporter Team. Under that team, you will have different designs that you have created and others have created that within your team. All clubs are team members, so you'll be able to see the designs that other clubs are doing within their club. We would like for you as a reporter to go into the templates or create a new design and search for scrapbook. This will be a great digital scrapbook for you to keep throughout the year of the activities that your club is doing. You can also share with other clubs, and then us as Canadian County can use your scrapbook to make a larger county-wide scrapbook digitally available to others to showcase all the wonderful, great things that you'll be reporting on that your club is doing. We have also made available in Canadian County's Reporters Team a brand guide. If you click on Brand under Tools, you'll see the Canadian County 4-H brand kit. Here we've made available the clover, a white version of the clover, and all of the local club logos that have been designed. If you notice, your local club's logo matches your banner that is hung during the county fair. You're welcome to use this in all of your resources that you design within Canva. We've also made available the official colors of 4-H, an official white for 4-H, OSU's official orange, the brightest orange, OSU's black, and the two gray colors that Oklahoma State University recognizes. We've also went ahead and uploaded the official fonts from Oklahoma State University Extension. This is the typical heading font that you will see on Oklahoma State University's website, as well as on brochures, flyers, and fact sheets from Oklahoma State University. Same with the subheadings and the body. You're welcome to use these. They've been made available for your convenience, but you can also use your own fonts to make your creative works that much more unique. These are available for you to do with however you please. So we hope you take good use of Canva and use it to your club's best ability to create your scrapbook, to create flyers of activities that you have coming up, and for other future club events. Again, here, this is just a link to let you go straight from Google Classroom to Canva. Your recreational leader. Your recreational leader has a very important job of keeping the club active, excited, hyped up, and to keep that ice broken. We've made two documents available to your recreational leader. One is a resource guide from North Dakota State University of games and activities. You've probably played many of these. There might be some new ones for you to try out with your club. Download this and use it as often as you would like. This is for your resource to use as you wish. We've also made available a virtual icebreaker guide. In the event that your club has virtual or Zoom meetings, let's say, you can use this guide to do a virtual icebreaker activity while everybody is at home on your Zoom call. These are fun just as well, and they can be done from the comfort of your home. The final thing that I would like to introduce to you before letting you go with this tutorial is the Google Calendar. If you click on the Google Calendar, you will notice that it has already been populated with all of the local club's meetings, meeting times, and when you click on it, the meeting location. In the event that you are looking to invite a club member to your club meeting, or you've been invited to attend another 4-H club's meeting, you can simply see the date and time that club meeting is being held, where the club meeting is being held, and specifically when it repeats. It is monthly. This Bomber 4-H meeting is monthly on the third Wednesday of each month. Please use this as a guide and as a resource to be invited to other club meetings and to invite others to your club meetings. This wraps up the guide of our Google Classroom for Canadian County 4-H officers. As always, if you have any questions about your job as an officer within your local club or as a county officer, please do not hesitate to contact your county extension office at 405-262-0155. Good luck in your role as a county leader and as a 4-H officer in your local club. We wish you the very best.